I have no idea what's going to come out now. But I was sitting in stillness, and it just was brought to my attention, just the word rushing. And I was just reflecting on what's been happening in my experience the last few weeks, and just this incessant need to get somewhere. Rushing. There's so many things to do. But when you look at nature, you look outside, look at the trees. They're never really in a rush to do anything because they're just being, and everything just seems to happen accordingly, how it's meant to happen. And I reflect on my experience of worry, financial worry or relationship, if there's stress, communication, lack of, all of these little thoughts experienced all tie into the one umbrella of rushing, of wanting or expecting an outcome, wanting to be somewhere, but never really here, because what's going on is you're always wanting to get to that next destination. Got a lot of exciting shit going on. But I can easily get in my own way. Through expectation and just this rushing energy. And if I look back at my life, everything that's ever happened, that is of some significance, has happened without me taking part in it, I've just been a bystander. I've been an observer of these moments. What's coming to mind now is just the first time I met my wife, Janina. And that was in 2012 on the 15th of April. And at that stage of my life, I was a bit of a, I wouldn't say menace, but I was definitely partaking in a lot of drinking of alcohol, and drugs at that stage, I think, as well. But mainly just drinking alcohol. I was working on the mines, 4 weeks on, 1 week off. And this is the week off, so that was generally like a party. It was a Sunday. We're in Cottesloe in the Ocean Beach Hotel for a Sunday session with my good mate Keatsy. And yeah, it's like we're just taking shot after shot of these little wet pussy shots. Very tasty. And we got to a point where we're like, fuck, let's just go across the road, have a swim in the ocean. That's a good idea. So we went across the road, skid down to our undies, jumped in the ocean. Fuck, it was beautiful. And then we got out, got the clothes back on, and as we were walking up these stairs, there was these 4 or 5 German girls that were walking down the stairs. So as we're walking up, they're walking down, and we just sort of just turned around and sat down next to them on the stairs, and I happened to sit down next to Janina. And that was the first time I met her. Had a conversation, stayed in touch, and then I was back on the mines for 4 weeks, and I think she went to New Zealand. And then, from there, that's where we first met, that's where we first got in contact. But when I look back at it, that moment, like, I had nothing to do with that moment. There was certainly not this idea of, I'm going to find my soulmate, I'm looking for my soulmate's out there, I just got to keep putting myself out there. I've just got to keep grinding, I'm going to find her. She's there, because that's a frequency of lack. But a lot of these moments that just happened for me, they just arised. They happened out of me not really wanting anything, me not rushing. That's for sure. I wasn't rushing to get into a relationship. But it happened. So that's just one example of the fact that I have no fucking control over my life. I really don't. But I can lose myself in thinking that I do. And I can rush to the next moment to make it happen. Because it's all me. This is the mind. And that is to say that doesn't mean I just sit here in this room and things happen. I don't just sit here and just close my eyes and breathe in and things just drop on my lap as well. There's still a doing part of being a human being. It's just the attachment to outcome is now witnessed, as opposed to being my experience. Like, I need this. I really need this. I need this job. I need some more money. These are the thoughts that are going on inside. And when experienced, it's the energy that I am, this rushing energy. And I guess that's what I'm reflecting on today, about allowing yourself the time just to relax. Because worrying about the bills never paid the bills. And when you relax, things do happen for you. Yeah, and just coming back to witnessing a tree outside. It's just so still right now. And there's no rush with nature. Nature just is. And things just happen. So, yeah, a little short one today in regards to rushing. Seen it in my experience now. And, it's just a witnessing. Sometimes we feel like we've got the weight of the world on our shoulders, right? And I know it's hard. There are things in our life that push and pull us in certain directions, and there's roles that we have to play. I've got to be a dad, I'm a husband, I work as well, and I'm an awakening coach, and a friend, a son, a brother, all these different roles that we play, and certainly in this physical experience, it can be difficult because we've got to be here. There are things that we need to do. But in these things that we're doing, are we actually being here? Are we present in what we're doing? Am I present when I'm with the girls, playing with them? Or am I in a thought about what I need to do later on because this has to be done? If it's not done, then, we're not going to get to that next level. We're not going to have the income coming in that we're wanting, So in regards to that, it's really coming back to, how can I work on myself? How can I be aware of myself? How can I bring my attention back inside of me now? What are the thoughts that are going on in this moment now, right? Because we can get so used to attaching ourselves to these thoughts that are going on that we become them. Our energy is shifted inside of them, and that's the emotion that we're feeling, and that's why we feel certain ways. But when you come back to witnessing those thoughts, you give yourself that space, as I'm witnessing an aeroplane going over the top of us now. It's pretty cool. you get to separate from these emotions that can just feel so heavy, that can take us away. This rushing energy that I've been experiencing can be quite heavy, and a lot of pressure is put upon yourself, but that's the pressure that is self driven, from your mind. Can you hear the airplane? Yeah, and it's just a witnessing of these thoughts. It's a slowing down. They're taking a breath and seeing that rushing thought is not going to help you. It's not going to serve you. Right, and coming back and what can you do now? Okay, here we are. Yeah, so that's the message for today. Relax. Give yourself a little bit of time just to witness what's going on, because these thoughts can get very heavy and can get dark as well, But they're just thoughts. And if you're struggling to actually practice being still, just start your morning, have a timer on your phone and just give yourself 5 minutes and close your eyes. 5 minutes, close your eyes, deep breaths, sitting still, and literally just observing the thoughts that come up. A thought comes up. When am I going to finish this podcast? And then? Probably very soon. And then? Interesting when you get into this, because it doesn't take long, but when all you want to do is see the thought, the mind tends to go quiet. That's me. All right. Much love. Have a beautiful day. And just know that you're exactly where you need to be right now. Don't worry about those rushing thoughts. They're not you. You're far greater than that. Have a great day. Bye-bye.